What's going on, guys? We're back with another episode of Tokyo Ghoul Dark War, and we are going to do a review of this man, Kaneki Mask. I love this character. He's a lot of fun. As you can see, I barely missed getting him to 5-star, which a little bit pissed off about that, but I'll get him. I'll get him eventually. We did get Half Kakuja Kaneki to 5-star, so next video will be a review on this man at 5-star now that I have him finally unlocked. Well, not unlocked, but his full potential unlocked, mostly, besides his skills. But, you know, most of these SSRs really shine when they make it to 5-star, for the most part. But this man, he's good at 3, 4. He's pretty good all around. So we'll go over the story modes to see where he is good in. So for story mode, did I say we'll go over the story modes? If I did, I meant to say we'll go over the game modes. But for story mode, honestly, I don't think he's that great in story mode for one reason. The main reason is I feel like for story mode, you have to have a tank, especially at the harder floors. You have to have a tank, so either Arima, Kuroiwa, or possibly Shinohara. Maybe even, you know, some of the older tanks, but I really think you need a high-level tank because some of these floors are just absolutely ridiculous. I feel like you need Noro too, just because the damage needed is insane at these higher levels. And then I feel like you also need Hinami or Yamari, one of these two, for the healing. So I feel like once you get into the later stages, you just have a mandatory team that you just have to have because it's just so hard. I'll show you what floor I am stuck on right now, and I have been stuck on this floor since like level 78 or something. I really thought once I hit 80 and hit orange that I would be able to get around it. That's not the case. I am going to try with Yamari instead of Hinami, just because I know that I cannot do it with her. So let's see if I can make any progress at all. It is quite hard. The damage needed is just absolutely insane, and this level's a joke because it's these fucking shield guys come out and the enemies just start piling up. I mean, it might be possible with Yamari, but we'll see. And like, just look at the damage I'm taking. This is crazy. Oh, there we go. Rip. So we'll try one more time. I really don't think that you can use Kaneki Mask in here just because he does have a healing, but you need constant healing. Like, you really need the constant healing. It's crazy how much damage you take, like, just from one ad. It's just nuts. I really think they need to tone down these later floors because they're insanely hard. Like, look, without my buff up, I just do 0 damage. And even with the buff up, like, 2 enemies just destroyed me. So we're not even going to waste time on that anymore. So for story mode, yeah, I don't think that he's the greatest. You know, lower floors in story, I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be good. So what is next? Organization trials, harder floors. Last I remember, I tried to do this the same way that I did Ghoul expulsion with my same team, but I ended up dying. Like, I don't remember when it was, floor 13, 14, something way up there, when I was still a lower level and I needed a tank. I just died because I didn't have a tank. So this is the team that I run right here. Noro, Kaya, and Arima. If you don't need a tank for some reason, if I'm just remembering it wrong, then I would replace Arima with him. But I feel like you do need one in there. Now, Ghoul expulsion, I pre-recorded some video from it earlier, and I will put it in the video right here. I didn't talk and there's no webcam because it was earlier in the day, but this is my attempts on Ghoul expulsion from earlier today. Alright, we're going to get some gameplay recording of Ghoul expulsion. It's not going to be a webcam for this because it's still pretty early on, and kind of my girlfriend's TV is kind of loud, so I'm just going to show you the gameplay and probably not going to talk over it. You just be able to see the damage that everybody is that mainly the whole party is doing because of Kaneki Mask's buff, plus the damage that he does himself is really damn good. So here's the gameplay. I do want to point out that that attempt right there is more in line with what I've been getting. I honestly have no idea why Kaya did such little damage the first attempt. I'm gonna redo this attempt because I don't know if you've seen, but Noro's third buff, his third skill, the buff, just didn't go off. That happens quite often. Alright, that's all the attempts for Ghoul expulsion that I'm going to do, but the second attempt is what I get on most of the attempts if I'm doing well, which is most of the time. And the only thing that was slightly different is Mask did a lot more damage that time. Normally does about 23 million, something like that, but Kaya has been doing around 75 million each attempt, and Noro about 70. So Kaya has been doing the majority of the damage, which is good. So with that, we'll get back into the video. Okay, so that was how he did in Ghoul Expulsion. I think that he is the new meta. At least, he replaces Tatara at the very least. So, my Ghoul Expulsion team is Noro, Kaya, and I think they're just the best in there. And then, it was Tatara for his passive, which is, in case you forgot, it is increases all allies' attack and add extra attack to the casters. Reduce attack of surrounding enemies by 13.5%. I got it up to. So replace him with Mask, because this right here, not this, but this is part of it, increases crit rate and add a cheer buff. So whenever he crits, he gets a cheer buff. This skill can be triggered only when the caster has 3 layers of cheer buff. Thrust Kagune forward to cause area damage and form a shield that increases HP by 20% for 6 seconds by consuming everyone's cheer. That's not what I was talking about. This is what it is. Thrust all Kagunes forward to attack enemies in the front sector and add a cheer buff for all teammates for 7 seconds. This cheer buff can be stacked up to 3 times, increasing damage by 4% each time. Reduces the target's speed by 80% for 4 seconds if a crit is triggered. So, with 3 stacks of cheer, he gets a 12% damage buff. Now, when he does use this skill, it will remove it, and you'll be losing that damage, so you're not going to have a full 12% extra damage throughout the fight. This has a relatively short cooldown of 4 seconds, so, and with Noro's 30%, it's, I don't know, probably like 3 seconds or something like that. So usually I've got DPS gear on him, and I've got the crit on there, and I think, nope, I got HP dodge on here, but I do want to switch this to crit as well. And then, because usually you could get 1 crit from his auto attacks, and actually I don't know if this is only for auto attacks or just whenever you crit, period, but he crits a lot already, so you're probably not gonna have 12%, maybe, I don't know, 8% throughout the whole fight, because he's constantly stacking up the cheer buff and then removing it. But the AI is dumb in the most cases, so I doubt he's removing it on cooldown. And then this skill, driven by Ghoul Instincts, attack with a target continuously with a Kagune, making the target unable to receive any healing effects for 10 seconds. So this just is good against healers, and when you get him a 5-star, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the reverse opposite of Yamori's third ability. So we'll read his. Slashes with Kagune, dealing damage to enemies in front of him, and all damage dealt to him will heal him instead of harm. So I feel like I'm not 100% because I don't have him at 5-star yet, but the way it's reading, reduces blood impulses cooldown by 3 seconds, which is his 3rd skill. So it'll go down to a 13-second cooldown, and a little less because of the almost 40% cooldown reduction from Noro that we have. I think it's 37%. And then, and change the healing prohibition effect to the poison healing effect, making enemies' recovery deal damage to themselves. So say we'll use Eto as an example because she's got a big heal. So say you use this, and like, because Eto's got a real long wind up on her heal, if you do it when you see her start channeling that heal, and you use his 3rd skill when he's at 5-star, her heal normally heals her pretty much to full. I feel like her heal will just straight up kill her, because it literally, the way it's worded, I'm 90% sure that it's just the reverse opposite of Yamori. I don't know if you noticed or ever noticed in Arena or something like that, when you're using Yamori or you're fighting against an enemy Yamori, if like your Noro's going against him and your Noro uses your 1st skill or your 3rd skill, whatever, and brings the Yamori down to like a quarter of his health, so 25%, and then he'll use his 3rd skill, and then your Noro will go try to finish him off, but then instead he'll just get healed right up to full health. So I feel like since he just heals for all the damage he takes, this will just make them pretty much die or take damage for all the healing that they receive. I think that's going to be a really good passive in PvP. He's already pretty decent in PvP because of the damage that he does, and I don't think I have 5 DPS to bring in there. I have 1, or DPS or tanks, because tanks are good in there too. I have 1, 2, 3. I guess I do, but Yamari's just not very good in there. Hinami's not very good in there. Ayato's, he's okay in there, but he's just so reliant on his 3rd skill. Half Kakuja is great in there, and Wounded is nothing special. He's not great, he's not bad. He's just meh. Shachi, I feel like he's kited very easily as well. So yeah, like the only options I would have right now is Wounded, so that's a big no-no. Ayato, which I was using, but since I got half Kakuja to 5-star, I think he has been doing better, and I think he is a lot better in PvP. And then Yamari, I was using him originally, but I just realized he gets kited too easily. So Mask is a decent replacement for now until I can maybe get up. I don't know, Rize is pretty good in there, so maybe I'll work on her. Or Koriui, this guy is really good in there as well, so I eventually want to get him up once I get him to 5-star. By the way, what is his 5-star do? Dexterity will reduce damage for all teammate. Okay, that wording. Spells and normal attacks will reduce incoming damage from the target briefly. Wow, that's a really... Oh, it's because it's only level... No, it is level 2. That's just a really small damage reduction. But he's overall, he's only an SR. And I think he's a very good character in PvP. Just because of this. Sweeps twice to deal damage to enemies in front of him and restores HP based on Koriui's HP. Limit of 5%. I don't think you need to hit anybody for that. Like at all. And then this taunt is annoying. So this is shortest cooldown and you just dash, taunt them, and run. So, but let's take Mask into some PvP. Hopefully we can find a match and you can see him. And we'll cut in when we find a match. Watch me mention Starkest Tuna, watch my fridge get full. I used to sit and wait for Friday. Okay, we found a match, and I do have higher IC than this guy, but I mean, he's relatively close, so hopefully he'll try to play. And you can see. Now you can see, I hope the orange characters that I have don't scare him off, but you could see the RC of my Mask is relatively close with his owl. So, unless the owl's 5-star, I feel like I could beat him. But we'll see. It is a 5-star owl, so it might be hard, but we'll see. We'll see how well he does. You can see the damage he puts out. It's pretty insane, the damage. Oh, he quit. Damn it. Okay, so we'll be back when we actually find another match. Alright, we're back with the same guy. Hopefully he doesn't quit. Maybe he'll try. Maybe he'll just say, fuck it, might as well try. That's what I'm hoping. I'm not going to put the cigarette out because this match only took like 2 seconds, so I don't want to put it out again. I really hope he plays at least Owl, just so you can see the damage. Because this guy hits hard. He hits really hard. Oh, nice, he's playing. So look at this. 173 damage right there. 173k once I get out of this damn stun. You can see he's relatively tanky too. That crit for 353 and then boom. His 3rd skill just boom, just crushed him. So you can see the damage this guy puts out is pretty nuts for a support character. I think he's probably not an S tier. Let's see if I can beat the Snoro. Oh damn, he quit. I don't think he's quite S tier in PvP. I'd say he's more like a I don't know, a A minus, maybe an A. Like he's good, but there are better picks. But if you have him built up because it's so hard to get XP potions and evolution potions and everything, if you have him built up, he's definitely not a bad pick to bring along with you. Plus, he's really FUD. I don't know if I pointed out in my last video, but his 2nd skill is bugged in PvP. it will light up. It'll light up and there will be a glowing animation around the third skill. Not the third skill, sorry, the second skill when it's ready to use. And if you go to use it when it's lit up in PvP, it just won't work. I did send an email to GameSamba and I did get a response that said the skill will be fixed in the next patch. So that is good. And I also messaged them about how Ayato's first and second skill does such little damage. So he quit, so we already got the point, so we can exit out. If this happens to you, you could just exit out of the game and you'll get the points for it. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, about how his first and second skill Ayato's does such little damage, and they gave me a pretty crappy answer and just said, because I sent them a video and they just said the enemy owl that I was facing just has a very large defense. Which, I mean, the guy was a lower level than me, and Ayato was still doing next to 0 damage. So I doubt that's the case. I just think that they don't want to be bothered to fix it. I mean, he does. I feel like his third skill is just, he's so reliant on his third skill that it's kind of useless. Like, if they took a little bit of damage from his third skill and put it on his first and second, I think he'd be better to use, because what you're doing in PvP with him is just throwing out his second skill to slow them, running around, turning around, and even if they're close enough, you hit your one skill just to get a little tiny bit of damage in, but mostly you could just use it for the shield. You don't have to hit anyone to get the shield, and then you're just kiting around until this comes off cooldown, and then you use it. And it's kind of boring. I mean, you're kiting, and it is pretty rewarding when you see how hard his third skill hits. It hits like a goddamn train. And more proof of the modifiers being screwed up is this is supposed to hit for 640%, 800%. Well, sorry, let's read the actual damage. 613%, 767%, and 959%. Now this doesn't say how many attacks it hits, but they all hit for relatively the same amount of damage. Like, we'll just use a number for example. This will hit for 20k once, this will hit for 20k once, and this will hit for 20k like fucking 15 or 20 times. It hits a lot. But overall, that's all what I think about Ayato as of now. Is I think they just need to move some damage from his third to his first and second, and he will be a lot better to play. But that is pretty much all I wanted to say about Mask. I think he is a very good character. He's very good in Ghoul expulsion. He does a lot of damage for a DPS, a hell of a lot of damage for a DPS. And he's great in there. And other game modes, he's definitely viable. And PvP, I think he's decent all around. Same thing with Cochlea. I forgot to mention this, but I don't think he'll probably be viable later levels or earlier levels, but it's kind of the same. Like, you need a healer in Cochlea, and mainly you need Hinami because of her stun. Like, her stun is so helpful in Cochlea, it's insane. I'd never use Yamari in there, because he does do the damage, but he has no stun, and her stun is a lifesaver. The top team is what I use in Cochlea, and I've been stuck on this floor for the longest time. So I haven't actually tried it since I hit level 80 and got some orange characters. So let's try and see if we can do it, and then I'll send you guys off. We'll do a couple codes too. Let me think of a question while I'm playing this, or maybe I don't even want to do a question. Maybe I'll just give one away. I haven't decided yet. The only thing I hate about Cochlea is how absolutely retarded the AI is. They're so stupid. I actually think this is going to be possible now, because I'm actually doing some damage. Although this is pretty annoying, these purple characters. And we're not going to get 3-star actually, because Hinami is just so stupid. Her AI is just so dumb, just standing there tanking everything. And these purple characters are just crazy. Just stand there taking away your health over and over again. Normally I would control Hinami, but really I don't really feel like putting that much effort in right now. Yeah, still stuck on this stage. Like the difficulty spike is just insane in story mode in Cochlea. It's crazy. I've been stuck on this floor since like early level 70s. I've gained probably close to 10 levels and I still can't beat it. It's crazy. I was able to beat it. As you can see, I got 1 star on it, but that was before they nerfed gems. Ever since the gem nerf, I wasn't even able to beat it. I'm sure I could beat it right now if I really tried hard enough. But unless I could 3-star it, it's really not worth the effort, to be honest. Yeah, so let us do a YOLO lucky. YOLO? Okay. Not what I was hoping for, but I'll take it, I guess. Not bad. Better than a NR character. Well, actually, I probably would have taken Take Hirako, Elder Bin, Yamari, or Ryoko. Any of those 4. Those are the last 4 R characters that I need to get to 5-star. And I will finish this fame list. Elder Bin is very close. I think I need 5 for him. Hirako, I think I need like 30. Oh no, I need 4 for Hirako. Elder Bin is the one that I think I need 30. Yeah, 30. And I think I still need like 70 or 80 for Yamari. Yeah, 68. And then Ryoko, I think I need like 40. Nope, 12. Okay. So, yeah. I'll be able to finish that soon. But, so let's think of a question. Okay, I got a question. Out of all the ghouls in the anime/manga, whose mask is your favorite? Like, which mask do you think is the coolest? Yeah, so we'll leave it at that. Just let me know your favorite mask. Mine is probably, I mean, I gotta go with Kaneki. This man, he's just, his mask is awesome. He's just an awesome character, and he's the best character in the anime and manga, in my opinion. I just love that mask. That mask is so cool looking. But yeah, that's mine. Let me know yours down in the comments, and don't forget to drop a like, hit the subscribe button. You can talk about the comments and about other things, and join my Discord. Jesus, I gotta remember to add that in the end. But yeah, other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.